This is the Fallout fight I've been waiting for since day one. Power Armor, Deathclaws, New Vegas. Fallout Season 2, Episode 7 finally delivers the moment every longtime fan has been craving, and it does it right before the finale, when everything is already spiraling toward chaos. When a power-armored Maximus steps into battle against an entire pack of Deathclaws, Fallout finally brings one of the franchise's most iconic matchups to life. Episode 7, The Handoff, is technically the penultimate episode of the season, so a lot of its runtime is focused on positioning the pieces for the finale, but that doesn't stop it from delivering a massive action payoff. While Lucy is inside the Vault Tech facility sabotaging Hank's grand design, the Ghoul teams up with Maximus and Thaddeus in a desperate attempt to reach her. And although much of the episode is about movement and setup, the Deathclaw sequence is pure spectacle. Earlier in the season, Deathclaws were introduced as unstoppable forces ripping through enemies, dominating the battlefield and never really being challenged head-on. What we hadn't seen yet was a fair fight. No ambush, no easy win. Just raw power versus raw power. That changes here. As the group reaches New Vegas, the Ghoul slips into the Lucky 38 with the cold fusion relic, leaving Maximus outside in full power armor to hold the line. At first, it's just one Deathclaw. Intense, brutal, and already impressive. Then Maximus realizes the truth. There isn't just one. There's an entire pack roaming the strip, and they're all coming for him. What follows feels ripped straight out of the games. A soldier encased in a mechanical suit going toe-to-toe with the Wasteland's most feared predator is exactly the fantasy Fallout has always sold. The sequence even carries echoes of Pacific Rim massive scale, overwhelming force, and the constant sense that one mistake means instant death. For longtime players, this scene hits hard in the best way. Power Armor versus Deathclaws is one of the great pleasures of the Fallout games, and seeing it realized in live action is deeply satisfying. Ironically, it's also less stressful to watch than it ever was to play. Just like seeing Ellie fight a stalker in The Last of Us, or Alice face off against monsters in Resident Evil. There's relief in watching someone else survive what once wrecked you. But the episode doesn't end with spectacle. It pivots into something far darker. In the final moments, Cooper Howard comes face-to-face with the President of the United States, played by Clancy Brown. This marks the first time in Fallout history that the American president has appeared on screen in any form. And it immediately feels wrong, because beneath the surface, this isn't a leader, it's a symbol of everything Fallout has warned us about. Long before the bombs fell, the president was already aligned with the Enclave, a shadow organization that concentrated America's pre-war power into a single, fascist, exclusionary machine. Military leaders, corporate CEOs, scientists, presidents, all under one banner. Lore from the games tells us the president vanished from public life months before the Great War. Newspapers went silent. The White House went dark. And evidence suggests he relocated to the Enclave's oil rig base, fully aware that the world was about to end. This wasn't failure. It was planning, and Cooper unknowingly may have helped put the final pieces into place. With Season 2 nearly over, it's unlikely we'll get full answers before Season 3. But Fallout has already done something remarkable. It dragged one of the franchise's most mysterious figures out of the shadows and forced fans to confront the truth. America didn't collapse by accident. It was handed over. Between Maximus standing alone against the Deathclaws, Lucy tearing down Vault Tech from the inside, and the president quietly stepping into the spotlight. Episode 7 makes one thing clear. The real endgame of Fallout isn't survival, it's control. And as the season races toward its finale, the question isn't who wins the war, it's who was pulling the strings long before it ever began.